Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to disassemble and clean your Taurus G3C handgun. Regular maintenance is key to ensuring your firearm functions properly and safely. Let's get started. First things first, safety is our top priority. Always make sure your firearm is unloaded before you begin disassembling it. Let's check the chamber and magazine. So obviously I always keep my mags loaded, but let's get right into that chamber. The chamber is cleared and we are good to go. So after you visually inspect the chamber, just confirm that there's no round in the chamber. Now let's disassemble the Taurus G3C. To do this, point the firearm in a safe direction and pull the trigger to release the striker. So then pull back. So I'm going to point it in a safe direction, fire, and we're good. Now after this, we are going to bring the slide back just a little bit. And as you can see, you have these two push pins on each side of the weapon. So what you're gonna do when you're holding it like this is you're gonna take this hand, you're gonna pull it, and then you're gonna pull down. So you're gonna push this like this with your palm and pull down. And then after you do that, you should be able to just pull this again. While keeping that locked like that, you can then release the slide from the lower receiver of the weapon. That is how that works. Now, let's disassemble this Taurus G3C after we are further than this. The very next thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the recoil spring and barrel. To do this, press forward on the recoil spring assembly and lift it out of the slide, then lift the barrel out of the slide. So all you're going to do is push on this recoil assembly like so, and then it should come right out like this. Next, we have the barrel inside of the upper slide. All you're gonna do is just push it up like this and pull out. There we go. So we have our slide, we have our recoil assembly, we have our barrel, and we have the lower receiver of the gun. At this point, what I'm going to be using is a Otis 9mm cleaning kit. It has everything you need to clean this Taurus G3C. We have a wire brush. We have some cotton swabs so we can get rid of any gunpowder that may have been left there on the range. And I don't know if I explained this at the beginning of the video, but I have already cleaned this weapon, so it is very clean. But just for the demonstration purposes, I'm going to clean it again just so I can show you guys how I do it. So with this wire brush, we're going to scrub inside of the slide really good. Scrub all the pieces and parts inside of the slide, like so. Just give it a nice scrub. And then we're going to take one of these cotton pieces and go ahead and just scrub it again really hard, making sure you get all of that gunpowder residue out of there. And would you look at that, I'm already scraping some out. The thing about a firearm is it doesn't matter how much you clean it, you're always going to find stuff and gunpowder inside of it, no matter how much you clean it, especially with it having a black finish. That Tennifer finish for this weapon. So we're just going to keep on scrubbing this until we get most of it out and it's nice and clean. I would recommend wearing some latex gloves while doing this just because it keeps your hands nice and clean and you're not getting gunpowder on your hands and then rubbing your eyes with it and causing cancer. Don't want to do that. So yeah, there's not really much to scrape for me just because I've already cleaned this gun a lot. But after we do that, we're then gonna take the barrel and we're just gonna give it a nice swab on the outside, getting rid of any of that gunpowder from when we fired it at the range. All right, after that, we're going to inspect our barrel, make sure that there is nothing in the barrel. Look through it very, very well so you can see, and there shouldn't be anything inside of there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this metal stick and attach this attachment right here, and we're going to give it, screw it on real quick. Oh, that's right. You have to use the adapter that comes with it. I'm not using a wire just because I've already used a wire and it's super clean, and I'm not trying to go any further with a wire. But if this gun hasn't been cleaned in a long time, you might want to use the wire adapter, which is this piece right here. But yeah, just for demonstration purposes, I'll use this just to kind of show you how that works. So we're gonna take it and we're just gonna run this through a couple times, making sure it's nice and clean, the barrel. All right, after that, we're gonna take our lower receiver of our weapon and we're just gonna inspect it, just wherever it's dirty, obviously hit it real quick and clean it up and make sure the weapon is clean. After we do all that, we're gonna be applying a few drops of solvent to a brush and we're gonna scrub the barrel. Pay close attention to the feed ramp and chamber area and run a cleaning patch through the barrel until it comes out clean. That's what you can do if your gun isn't clean, and that's what I recommend. As far as like this weapon in general, the most important thing is just removing any carbon buildup. I know it's hard to tell because the weapon is also black, but anything on the shiny pieces of the gun or the barrel, you know, make sure there's no carbon buildup on it. Oh yeah, and the recoil spring, I forgot to mention that. So be sure that you get a nice scrub down on the recoil spring as well. All right, after that, we're gonna apply some lubricant to the gun. I do need to do that since I just wiped it all off from last time I cleaned it. So the kit that the Otis 9mm kit comes with for the CLP, the lubricant, it's FP10 CLP. And all we're gonna do is apply it to the moving parts of the weapon. So moving parts being the slide, we're just gonna do a drop right here, a drop right here. We're gonna do one up here. We're gonna do another one right here. And you really don't need to go overkill with CLP. It's not necessary. I mean, I certainly wouldn't do it. And then as far as that goes, let's see. Wouldn't be a bad idea to maybe hit the side of the barrel where the bullet extracts. Okay. Now after we have this weapon all CLP'd and cleaned, we are now going to reassemble it. So the first thing we are going to do is take the barrel and make sure it lines up with the upper receiver like so. So when we put this in, it should just drop back in there like so. And you can tell it's nice and lined up. And then the very next thing we're going to do is put in the recoil spring. Remember how you got it out, put it back in the same way, with the thicker side being on the outer part of the slide assembly. Now after that's put in, we are then going to attach it to the lower receiver of the weapon like so. All you have to do is literally just take the gun, line this up, pull back, and it should be good to go. And then you're gonna perform a functions check, pull the slide, my bad, pull the slide, fire the weapon, and as you can tell, it is good to go. And that is how you clean the Taurus G3C. All right, now as far as that going, it should be ready to use. Regular maintenance like this ensures your firearm stays in top condition. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more firearm tips and tutorials. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you next time.